All right, what is up, everybody? We are live, so let's jump right into the paint scheme preview. I dropped the link right there if you guys want to follow along. And Ross Chastain in the jockey car got sort of the, I guess, the see-through car going on is what they're going for here. It's an interesting scheme for the jockey number one of Ross Chastain. Number two, Menard's car. They've got Libman on the car here. So green and yellow for Austin Cindric here today. Hunting Sale, Bass Pro Shops, and Boot Barn on the side of the camo. Number three for Austin Dillon, who has a pretty good starting position. We're going to jump into that in just a minute as well. Number four, Procter and Gamble. It's an honor to serve those who serve. For Josh Berry in the number four there. Kyle Larson in the Hendrick cars. Typical scheme. We build submarines for Brad Keselowski. The number seven, Clear Spring Health. For Corey LaJoy there, purple, teal, and a either safety yellow or a safety green, depending on how your eyes perceive it. Cheddar's number 8, red, white, and blue for Kyle Busch. On the RCR Chevrolet there, Coca-Cola and Slim Chickens, much talked about this week. Number 9 for Chase Elliott. Good looking car for sure. Overstock on the side of Noah Gragson once again. We've seen that one before. FedEx Rewards got the yellow and the silver and blue stars on the side of the FedEx car today. So interesting scheme there for James Dennis Allen Hanlon. 12 Body Armor Sport Water for Ryan Blaney, black and white with red trim. And then you've got Renee for the number 14 of Chase Briscoe. It's written big enough. I hope you can see that one because that's a massive lettering on the side of that particular car. Monster on the side of the number 15 for Riley Herbst today. Number 16, driven by Ty Dillon and Chevrolet Accessories. So Chevrolet deciding to give Ty Dillon a run here in the number 16. The number 17 is going to be Fastenal, blue and white. A little bit of a different scheme than normal for them, but still a good-looking car. Bass Pro Shops, Tracker Boats on the side of the number 19 for Martin Truex Jr. We've seen that one before. Always a good-looking scheme. The number 20, DeWalt, Yahoo. There for Christopher Bell. He's got sort of like a studded house going on. No insulation in it yet. Just the frame is up. That's kind of what's going on the side of the DeWalt car here. Number 21, Dex Imaging for Harrison Burton. 22, Pennzoil. We've seen the Joey Logano one. Always a good scheme, getting classic Leidos. With a very similar scheme to what they normally always run, no matter what, on the side of the number 23 for 2311 and Bubba Wallace. 24, Valvoline, silver, red, and blue with navy blue on the back for Fast Willie B. Crycool going to be on the side of the number 31 for Daniel Hemrick. Michael McDowell, 34 loves. We've seen that one. Not getting any help here. They're going to send him out without any in-house secrets to his next destination, which is going to be Spire. That was the news that broke this week. Todd Gilliland, the number 38, thepeatstore.com. So check that one out. I'm not sure what that's even all about, but the Pete Store, if you want to visit, there you go. That's on the side of the 38. Mohawk Northeast, Ford for Ryan Priest there, blue and red color scheme. Pie Barker, fire safety for the number 42 of John Hunter Nemechek. Family Dollar on the side of the 43. They got the red, the orange, and the black going this weekend. 45 Mobile One for Tyler Reddick. It is an all gray. 2311, for whatever reason, they like that primer gray. So they got another primer gray car mixed in here with Mobile One, 45 in white with red trim. And then, of course, the red Pegasus and the regular Mobile One lettering. Box tops on the side of the number 47. Purple, General Mills, purple, and sort of a Carolina blue for the 47 there of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ally on the side of the 48, their normal scheme. Pinnacle, 51 for Justin Haley, sort of a navy blue, a little bit lighter maybe than a navy blue, and gold on the side of that one. 54, He Gets Us for Ty Yeezus Gibbs. And the 66 insurance car, X insurance, I should say, of Parker Retzlaff. 71 Focused Health, we've seen that one before. The 77 Delaware Life, we've seen that one before. And then 99 Choice Privileges for Daniel Suarez. And let's go to the starting lineup here. Starting shotgun on the field is going to be Parker Retzlaff. He was about a second off the pace in the number 66. Justin Haley is going to be rolling off 36. John Hunter Nemechek, 35th. Riley Herbst going to roll off 34th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 33rd. Daniel Hemrick, Harrison Burton, Ty Dillon round out your top 30. 29 through 25 is going to be Brad Keselowski, Michael McDowell, Eric Jones, Ryan Preece, and Chase Briscoe. Corey LaJoie, Todd Gilliland, Ross Chastain, and Zane Smith are 25 to 20. And here are your top 19 starters, starting with Carson Hocevar in the 19th position, Austin Cindric rolling off there in 18th, Alex Bowman 17th, Noah Gragson coming off 15th, Kyle Larson rolling off in the 15th spot. Unusual to see him down here. Unusual not to see him in the final round of qualifying, but didn't make it this week. So he's rolling off 15th here. A previous winner, of course, Ty Gibbs, looking for his first win, rolling off in 14th place. William Byron rolling off in 13th. Kyle Busch rolling off in 12th. Missed it just a little bit in qualifying, but he had good overall lap speeds. So don't be surprised if he sticks around on these longer runs here. Tyler Reddick is going to roll off 10th. I skipped Ryan Blaney in 8th. Apologies. Ryan Blaney rolling off in 11th. Tyler Reddick rolling off in 10th. Joey Logano rolling off on 9th here. Bubba Wallace 8th. Chris Buescher 7th. Austin Dillon making a little bit of noise here. We haven't heard much from him all season, but he's got some raw speed. He's got some long run speed. So look out. What natural disaster, what massive catastrophe is going to happen to RCR this week that is going to cause them to finish outside of the top 10? I don't know, but they've definitely got speed. They spent big surprise to a lot of people, but they said that they spent a lot of time during the Olympic break trying to figure out how to get faster, especially at a short track. And looks like that has paid off. They have not been good at short tracks for the past 2 years, so good for them. And here's your top 5. Christopher Bell, 5th. Chase Elliott, 4th. Josh Berry, 3rd. Short track ace. Look out for him today. Kevin Harvick, a previous winner here, so they know how to get the job done here. And then, of course, a Toyota track. So Martin Truex Jr. and Denny Hamlin being in the mix. Not surprising at all. Let's take a look at the numbers from J-Ski to see who's going to be not J-Ski, I'm sorry, driveraverages.com. Similar yellow and black. My apologies. But best average finish at this track since 2021, which is going to be 7 races. Denny Hamlin has an average finish of 4.6. He's going to be your best on average finish. 5.6 there for Martin Truex Jr. And no surprise, they start 1 and 2. Joey Logano at 6.3. Christopher Bell, 6.4. Josh Berry in only 2 races, a 6.5. Kevin Harvick, 8.3, not in the race. Chase Elliott, 8.8. Kyle Larson, 9.4. Kyle Busch, 10.3. Brad Keselowski, 11.3. Alex Bowman, 12.0. William Byron, 13.1. Ryan Blaney, 13.9. Ross Chastain, 14.4. Austin Dillon, 15.0. Chris Buescher, 15.3. And all the rest of the drivers are below 15. Let's take a look at who has the most top 10s. Let's go top 5s. Top 5s a little bit better. Denny Hamlin has 6 top 5s in the last 7 races, so pretty much a lead pipe lock for top 5 here, according to the averages. At 4 apiece are Christopher Bell, Joey Logano, Martin Truex Jr., and then with 3 apiece is going to be Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and Chris Buescher. Let's go to your previous winners, and then we'll do laps led and figure out who we think is going to win this race. With 2 previous wins, Denny Hamlin leads the way on wins. Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher, Kyle Larson, Martin Truex Jr. Round out your other previous winners. Kevin Harvick's in there as well if you're a Josh Berry fan, thinking about Josh Berry's car there. And then previous laps led, 569 to Martin Truex Jr., 539 to Denny Hamlin. And that's pretty much all I need to see. Denny Hamlin, odds-on favorite. Martin Truex Jr., odds-on secondary favorites. And then flip a coin for who finishes behind them, whether it be Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Ryan Blaney. But I'm going to pick a Toyota to win this race, and it's going to be either Denny Hamlin or Martin Truex Jr. by the numbers. Now, if I'm going with a wild card pick, I'm going to go with my wild card pick of Kyle Busch. I think Kyle Busch has a chance to win this race based on everything I've seen from practice and all that. All right, there's your preview. Let's jump into what you guys want to talk about. I do have a poll question up. Since people don't like the 4 option, I put 2 drivers on each line, so you at least have 8 to pick from. But you're going to have to share with another driver. Hamlin Truex is leading the way at 34%. Who wins Richmond? Is the poll question. Dylan Busch at 18%, Larson Byron 24%, and Barry Busher at 24%. So pretty close battle so far with 34 votes in. And we will jump into what you guys want to talk about. I'm going to start down here where I dropped the paint schemes because y'all had something going on before that. Good morning, Gina Allison. Good to see you on here as always. And Gearheads, Washington State here. Rowdy Nation in the house. Rowdy Nation is in the house. I do have him picked for my wild card, so I think he is going to make some noise here. Barring another, of course, natural disaster. As always, my backup choice is Rowdy Busch, says in between the lanes. For sure. I like that pick. Hamlin is on the pole, says in between the lanes. Denny Hamlin is on the pole, no doubt about it. So we'll see if he can. Does he go wire to wire? Can he win this race from the pole? He's won twice here before in the last 7 races at least. So can he do it again? I watched a lot of preseason NFL football yesterday, says in between the lanes. I don't watch preseason. It's I don't know. I feel like it's a waste of time. Half those guys aren't even going to make the team. So it's I don't know. I just don't get into preseason anything. NFC West looked pretty decent. NFC West has been pretty strong. The previous, I would say the previous decade, I would say the NFC West has a claim at least to the throne of best conference. Hi y'all from North Idaho. What's up, Cassandra? What is up, North Idaho? Swan Dog saying what's up, y'all from East Tennessee. What's up, East Tennessee? What's up, Swan Dog? KFB gonna flip the script on the playoffs tonight. So a lot of people are feeling the pick. I like it. I like it. A lot of people are feeling the Kyle Busch pick. On the playoffs, feels good to be back. Let's go, KFB. One wise guy saying, what's up to Cassandra? So ready for NASCAR to be back racing, says Cassandra. That's a good point. I think a lot of people are finally, nothing against the Olympics. The Olympics are great, but people are ready to have racing back. And unfortunately, due to the TV deal, a lot of people couldn't or no people could watch any NASCAR, to be honest with you, except for some ARCA here and there. So because of the TV deal, NASCAR had to take 2 weeks off, but we're back now. We're back. We're so back, baby. Let's see. Here for Golden Boy number 5. So Mike Honcho going with Golden Boy number 5. Kyle Larson to win the race. That was pretty funny there, referring to what Ryan Blaney called Kyle Larson on his in-car radio. Pete is a nice guy who owns a store, says in between the lanes. Let me look that up real quick. Pete's the Pete store. Is it the Pete store? What is that even all about? Let's see here. The Pete store. Pre-owned trucks. Okay, so there we go. Pre-owned trucks. Looks like it's a Peterbilt. Peterbilt store. So that's what it's all about. That's a Peterbilt's tractor trailer rig or whatever. So there you go. I guess that's what they specialize in. So Peterbilt is what Pete's all about. So now we know, and knowing's half the battle. Go Joe. Jace Elliott wins in the Coca-Cola. Number 9 Chevrolet, says Joseph Wooten. He does have pretty decent numbers here. Not the best numbers, but we'll see. What are the odds, says one wise guy. I don't know. DraftKings won't let me pull up anything on this particular computer anymore since I got Starlink, so I couldn't tell you without looking at my phone, which I leave in the other room most of the time. Do I have it on me? Yep, I left it in the other room. No, I didn't. It's over here. Yeah, so I got it right here. Let's see. I'll do some brief odds from DK if they've got them pulled up. Sometimes they won't let me pull them up from here either. Very odd. The gaming regulations. Let's see. They got Denny Hamlin, obviously, as your favorite at plus 360. Martin Truex Jr. at plus 400. Christopher Bell plus 400. Kyle Larson plus 700. And Chase Elliott plus 900. So there you go. That's the 5 that they've got their eyes on over there in Vegas. Get your BB merch here, says Bumblebee. So there you go. There is the link for the merch if you want to check it out. T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and stickers. There's the Discord link as well if you want to join in the Discord. I do try to talk about NASCAR a little bit, while the race is going on every weekend. In between that and Twitter, although I'm staying off Twitter here because it's just getting close to political. It's getting close to the election, and it's getting super political on Twitter. So I'm just kind of ignoring it, to be totally honest. Chastain needs to keep it clean, or he might end up with skid marks. Says Doug Bowers. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting paint scheme once it gets some donuts on the side of it for sure. Be sure to like this live stream, says Greg Brown. Yes, if you want to like the live stream, that would be much appreciated. And if you want to vote on the poll question right now, 32% have Hamlin, 25% Larson and Byron, 22% Barry and Busher, and 20% for Dylan and Bush. Richmond was great before it became Gibbs Playground. Expecting a Yoda victory, hoping for Barry or Busher, says Matt Hunter. You will. I didn't. I think Busher won last year, if I'm not mistaken. So not 100% lead pipe lock for Toyota, but definitely a Toyota track, no doubt about that. LOL, don't jinx RCR, says one wise guy. I'm not worried about jinxing RCR. They've been so jinxed this year that I don't even worry about it. Let's see. Like this live stream, or you'll be tortured by Denny Hamlin wins for the rest of the 2024, says Bumblebee. Tom Majeski won Richmond last night. Yeah, good run for Tom Majeski. It's shaping up to be a Tom Majeski year. Under the radar, I don't think anybody was talking about him before the Truck Series season started as being a favorite to win the title, but he's definitely got to be one of your favorites right now. I don't follow the truck season that much, but he's won quite a few races that I can remember off the top of my head this season. Why do you think they only signed Suarez to a 1-year deal, says one wise guy? Probably has a little bit to do with sponsorship. Probably has a little bit to do with, does Zane Smith or does Connor Zilic take off? Probably a lot of things factoring in there, but probably a combination of those two. They got their eyes on some young talent, and probably the sponsorship would only guarantee for year to year. So that would be my guess. That would be my guess. But I know Pitbull believes in him. I know Justin Marks believes in him. So I wouldn't read too much into it being year to year either. I don't think that's as big a deal as people are making it out to be. To be fair, Chase Elliott technically qualified second, but thanks to NASCAR's stupid rule. Yeah. So that's a good point. I haven't really, I guess, gone in on that yet because I really don't typically get to watch qualifying, but it is super stupid that just because you qualified in Group B, you have to be over here in this row, and you qualify in Group A, you have to be over here in this row. So it makes no sense. Makes no sense. Bush wins. Wallace falls to 18th in points, says Doug Bowers. Oh, yeah. Anybody that wins that is not technically up, anybody basically, I'll be honest with you, anybody that wins that hasn't won yet is probably going to shake up the playoffs, regardless of what happens. Home track for Martin Truex Jr. says in between the other than Martin Truex Jr. For Martin Truex Jr. says in between the lanes. Yeah, it's close enough. Close enough. It's going to count as a home track, no doubt about it. Martin Truex Jr. is so due, says Greg Brown. Yeah, I agree. This definitely could be a Martin Truex Jr. win here. He's due for several other reasons, not just because he hasn't won this year, but because there's so many Richmond races he probably should have won that he didn't win. Baby Gibbs for the dark horse. I do like Ty Gibbs as a dark horse pick here for sure. I like Josh Berry as a dark horse pick here as well. I like Bubba Wallace as a dark horse pick as well. So those are all going to be good dark horse picks for sure. If you love some rowdy, say heck yeah, says Cassandra Keller. Heck yeah. I ain't sleeping on Josh Berry tonight. So there you go. Another vote for Josh Berry. Truck race was really good last night, says B. I sort of zoned in and out of it. The finish was pretty good. Did KB hurt his wrist, says Gina Allison? Yeah, so when he got in that wreck, he said he probably would have missed a race if it wasn't for the 2-week break. But because of the 2-week break, he's not going to miss a race. So yeah, the rack and pinion steering, a little bit more dangerous than the drag link once you get in a wreck, but it is easier to, I guess you got less turn radius in it or whatever. I don't know why they put it in there, to be totally honest with you. I don't think anybody was necessarily asking for it, but it is what it is. Draglink seems to work better and seems a lot safer for circle track racing, but it is what it is. NASCAR is going to do what they want to do, so I'm not fighting that battle today. What's up, everyone? Everyone thirsty for some racing and some suds, cold and delicious suds, says Galactopus. For sure. I went to the Dollar General, and it wasn't quite late enough in the day to purchase buds and suds, so had to skip out today. NBC Sports app had the practice and qualifying. You can only buy them after lunchtime. I don't know if that. I know it's. Is that just a down south thing or what? I don't know. Uh, Jenny, yeah, at Indy, he's okay now though. Says Bumblebee. NBC Sports app had the practice and qualifying yesterday, so yeah, that was another issue that a lot of people talked about. It took me a solid 15 or 20 minutes to actually get it because to sign into the sports app, I had to figure out it had to have me sign in through Sling so that I could see it on the NBC Sports app without paying for the sports app. So then I had to go and hunt down my Sling password, couldn't find it, had to reset my Sling password, go through all that, then sign in to the NBC Sports app. Then I was watching it on my phone. Then I got irritated because I don't really want to watch it on my phone. I'm not trying to sit here and hold my phone like that for that long a period of time. So then I did it on my TV. So I had to go through the whole process again. Had to download it onto my TV, the app onto my TV, and then I do all that again to watch it on my TV. So by the time I got to it, it was the round of 10. So I did get to see the round of 10, but it was pretty much a disaster. Most people missed the qualifying, and it is what it is. That was part of the Olympics stuff going on. So hopefully we don't have to worry about that for another 4 more years. In between the lanes saying heck at Cassandra Keller. Hey, BB from Daytona Beach. I'm hoping my driver Chase Elliott gets the win tonight. He's had some good speed in the car as of late, says Glen Park. It would be pretty cool. What's up? First off, what's up, Daytona Beach? What's up, Glen Park? But first off, he has had some speed, and it would be, from a diecast collecting perspective, it would be a super big win if he can get it done in the Coca-Cola car. I can't remember the last driver that won driving a Coca-Cola car. I'd have to think. I'd have to think back on that one. Enough of the marathons and long swims. Let's go racing in cars, please. Says Greg Brown. Well, we got it. It's coming up at 5:30 Eastern time. That would be what 2:30 on the west side. Howdy from the Great White North. I'm late, but here now. Twitter sucks. Politics sucks for sure. Amen to that, Robin Marks. And what's up, Canada, as well. I'm happier now that I've turned it off. I used to be a news junkie. Dylan for the long shot. Yeah, Austin Dillon definitely a long shot for sure. Should have included him in the Kyle Busch pick. Nathan Campbell. Kyle looks for cops in the sports group to buy part of RCR and the ownership group. Kevin Harvick, Reagan Smith, and Tim Tebow, Jack Miles, and Miles Jack, and send David Hughes, says Nathan Campbell. Kaufman Sports Group. So maybe Kyle's looking, and didn't specify which Kyle, but I'm assuming Kyle Busch because we're talking RCR here. So maybe he's going to buy into the Kaufman Sports Group, and we'll see what happens there. Matt's the Menards guy. Crafton missed the playoffs for the first time in his career. Says in between the lanes. Yeah, it happens. I think the more impressive thing people are focusing on, oh, he didn't make it. Is he going to retire and stuff like that? I think the more impressive thing is that he made it this many times in his career. So I try to focus on the positive. So happy NASCAR is back, says Enzo. I think everybody is. I think we're all ready for it. Gina says, thank you, BB with the 49ers hat, a really old 49ers hat too. This is back when Reebok was still doing the merch. Let's see, Seahawks 14, DK Metcalf, says Gina. So she is a big DK Metcalf fan, no doubt about it. Seahawks fan as well. I think Wise Guy's a Seahawks fan too. So I think there's at least two in here, if I can remember correctly. Today was the 33rd anniversary of JD McDuffie's passing at Watkins Glen. Rest in peace to the greatest independent. Indeed. Old JD McDuffie, super cool guy. There's still a fan club that honors him. I met the guy that runs it when I went to North Wilkesboro on one of my trips to North Wilkesboro. Super cool guy that runs it. So check out their page on Facebook. I know they're on Twitter, and I think they're on Instagram as well. So check out the JD McDuffie fan appreciation page, run by a really cool guy. Heck yes, Rowdy Nation, says Gina. Yep, he's got a good chance to win here today. Jake McVeigh saying, wonder how Larson can just fly. Let's see, skip that. It's fly all over the country and drive any type of race car. Is burnout not in his vocabulary? That's something I wonder about all the time too. Will there be a point where is he just a guy that's that hyperactive that he's not going to get worn out? Because I think about it all the time. I was like, man, I would be exhausted with the schedule like he keeps. Truck race, plus he's got little kids too, so there's a lot of effort that would go into keeping up with them. So I don't know, they just got a lot going on. He's got more energy than me. That's all I can say about that. Truck race was good in spite of multiple cautions. Remote studio Fox broadcast was worse. Announcers sounded clueless when they weren't glazing. Daniel Dye says Matt Hunter. So yeah, another thing that they missed is that they gave Lane Riggs such a hard time. They're like, oh, Lane Riggs needs to be penalized when he bumped into Stephen Parsons and caused Stephen Parsons to spin. Well, this race right here, Stephen Parsons basically spun out Caden Honeycutt, and dead silence from Phil Parsons and Jamie Little. They didn't have the same energy they had for Lane Riggs when it was literally the exact same thing done. So I found that interesting. So I wasn't super impressed with the coverage myself. That's right. Gina says, one wise guy. So yeah, he is definitely a Seahawks fan here. Sir Wood Rooster says, is it possible to get a bologna burger air freshener in the merch store to dangle from the rearview mirror? I don't know how to get my hands on those just yet. So I will reach out to the people that do my merch and see if they've ever heard of doing anything like that. So I'll check into it. But yeah, I have no clue. No clue. We are going to have we're getting rid of the inventory where it's going to be like a buy one. So I'll let you guys know about that when that comes about. So that should be coming pretty soon. I'm hoping to get it done this week. But yeah, trying to clear out the rest of that merch so we can make some room for some new merch. So there will be some fire sales going on. I'm so happy NASCAR racing is back, and I hope Josh Berry wins for SHR, says John Forrester. Yeah, he's got a good chance. He's got a good chance today for sure. Who do you think will drive for Andretti, says Nathan Campbell. I think Justin Haley's going into the 7 car, so that's that would be, and then the people that are already over there at Spire. I think it's just going to be an extension of Spire. Could yesterday be a precursor to next season with the new broadcast deal? I hope they're always at the track. I hope they don't go to this remote booth stuff. So we'll have to see. Last Coca-Cola win in Cup was Bobby Allison in 1975. So there you go. Coca-Cola, since I've been born, Coca-Cola hasn't won. So I've never seen a Coca-Cola car go to victory lane. That's crazy. That is crazy. Let's see. I think we should support a large bologna burger balloon in the Macy's Day Parade in New York City, says Greg Brown. I'll let you guys organize that. So, because I don't know anything about that, but that would be cool. Hello, BB, and everyone else on NASCAR Sunday, but too late in the day. Thanks to nothing but crap. Congratulations to Young Money, 2 in a row. Knoxville Nationals. Only 7 other drivers have done this. Says William Wagman. For sure, he's really. I think he started off slow on dirt. But he seems to have really picked it up here recently. They found something speed wise. Booba, what's up, my friend? It's been a minute since I've caught a live. Good to have you on here. Glad you're hanging out with us today. Kaufman becomes part of RCR. So Kaufman buying into RCR, and I guess you're saying Kyle Busch is going to buy into Kaufman, would be how that worked. Hopefully NASCAR puts a clause in to where every 4 years NBC will trade the Olympic break with primetime TNT. Maybe NBC gets the Coke 600 next race and then give Prime Indianapolis another race, says Cody Ledger. I don't know. I don't know exactly how they're going to work out that particular schedule there. Tyler Randall Gibbs is in the house. Good luck today, sir. Hot take right now. Isabella Robusto is the best female prospect of all time. She is competitive every time she gets in a car. She is really good. She's a good race car driver. There's no doubt about that. In between the lanes, Jets, Jets. So he is a Jets man. So Young Money flies from Knoxville to Richmond qualifiers at Richmond. Now he is in Richmond, going to walk away and hide from everybody today, says William Wagaman. Is Zipadelli going to RCR? That's the rumor. I don't know. I haven't seen anything official. I know they were going after Rodney Childers. And Kyle Busch basically leaked that they didn't get Rodney Childers because he said we took some shots at some people. trying to hire people, and one of them has already gotten away. That was clearly in reference to Rodney Childers. So Rodney Childers was going to be hired to be director of competition over there, but looks like he obviously he chose to go with Spire there. They will make Richmond dirt next year, says OJ and Toothpaste. I hope not. I gotta love the Daniel Dycam, says in between the lanes. We will probably see the announcement. So the NBC ride along. I don't know what YouTube is carrying, but the NBC driver they're riding along with this week is Kyle Busch. So that'll be the guy that they interview on the radio and all that good stuff. Let's see. We will probably see the announcement for Zipadelli this week, says Nathan Campbell. My picks are Wallace, Gordon, Waltrip, and Dale Sr. Oh, wait, wrong century. Missed the good old days, says Bruce Reed. Yep, but it is what it is. We got the car we got now and the drivers we got now. So they'll be legends in their own right at some point. Let's see. BB air freshener will smell like racing gas, not racing oil. We'll go with racing gas and Coors Light. ADHD is a heck of a drug. Larson is hyper. That's why he can drive. His brain is doing a million things an hour. I used to drive too fast on the highway. Glad I didn't delete anyone. Only keep all the speed on the tracks. Racing is for the racetracks for sure. Robin Marks. Let me know when the fire sale is, and I'll pick up a few things. Says Wise Guy. Will do. And maybe we'll finally get some mainstream tank tops in there, which will probably come out just in time for winter, as it stands. You're on the West Coast though, so you don't have to worry about such things unless you're close to like San Francisco. Let's see. What are you most looking forward to, or parts of Northern California? What are you most looking forward to today with the race? I want to see how the option tire plays out. I want to see how all that strategy plays out and how that works. How do you think these new soft tires are going to work out? Where's your Porsche sign at? Porsche sign is down here. It dropped down, and it is behind the bookshelf. So I will try to remember to get that. I said I was going to get it last time, and then I completely forgot all about it. Merchandise needs a BB parking lot only sign for the Lexus, of course, says Gina. We can definitely do signs. So if you want parking for Bologna Burger fans only or something, or what would it be? Bologna Burger members, or I don't know. That would be pretty cool though. So we'll try to figure out something. Let's hope two different tire compounds work out, says Joseph Wooten. I hope they do. Yeah, I'm really I think it's going to be a special situation where it's going to be have to be a short run at the end for them to go to the softer tire compound at the end, because I think it's going to give up really fast. That's going to be my guess on that, but that's just my guess. I'm ready to see how it plays out. Thoughts on Zilich going to JRM? He's going to JRM. That's pretty smart. It's probably the best thing that ever happened to Chevrolet is to have JRM be separate from any other team in the sport, so that you can file, like, if RCR's got a guy, well, RCR's got a team, but you see what I'm saying? Like Trackhouse, Hendrick, whoever needs to funnel a driver through, just send them to JRM, and they don't have to have their own Xfinity Series program. Very close to San Francisco, but I still like my tank tops, says one wise guy. Is Rowdy going to drive it one-handed today? I mean, it's rack and pinion, so you wouldn't really need that much input, so it wouldn't be optimal, but I'm pretty sure he could do it. If Rusty Wallace can do it, I'm pretty sure Kyle Busch can do it. If you remember back in the day, Rusty Wallace had the injured hand. Davey Allison did it too, where they had Velcro or whatever, some pins hooked up. There's been several drivers that have done it one-handed. Yay, regarding the sign, says Gina. So yeah, we'll try to figure something out. If nothing else, I can get you one custom made. Regardless, we'll just I'll make that the prototype, and no matter how it goes, we'll figure out a way to get you one. Since it was your idea, has anybody had Wendy's saucy nuggets? Says in between the lanes. I have not. They look pretty good though. Some of them. AD win incoming today, says Tyler Randall Gibbs. There's a good chance. Like he's definitely a sleeper pick. He had good long run speed, and he also had good short run speed. So that's usually a combination for a good run. Still, it's normally a Toyota track, so I do have him as a sleeper, but by the numbers, you got to say your favorite's got to be Denny Hamlin or Martin Truex Jr., but it's a race, and anything can happen. These are the new RCR numbers, I think, next year after Kaufman. backs into RCR, the 30, the 31, and the 33. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have to see how it goes. I don't think they'll ever get rid of the 3. That's just a marketing thing, so I don't think they'll ever get rid of that. But we'll have to see what happens. Let's see. Well, ain't you sweet? Thank you. No problem, Gina. Least I can do. Have you heard anything about Brandon Jones? Only the big rumor is he's not coming back. I haven't heard where he's going. He's not coming back to JRM. That's the big rumor started by Bob Pockris, but I don't know exactly where he would be going. Let's see. Glad Sunday Racing is back on TV. What a BB. That's an ugly hat, homie, says Bumstead. So Bumstead, clearly one of the 49er faithful, for sure. Only one driver drove with duct tape, holding their eyes open. Go Ricky Rudd. Davey got black eyes, but I don't think he taped them open to race. In between the lanes, saying I had the saucy nuggets, looked good on the SVG Camaro at the Chicago Street Course. I liked that paint scheme too. Unfortunately, his day ended. I think he had a good chance of parking it for sure, no doubt about it. Hang out in the lead lap till the last caution if you can, then slap on the soft tires. Except when will it be? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going to need. I don't ever want a caution, but for the soft tire thing to work out, since they've only got basically 2 sets, or save the 2 sets for the last one, I don't know. So something crazy is going to have to happen for the end for it to work out that way. Do you think the option tires will make much of a difference? I don't know. I'm hoping so. I think for them to make a big difference, though, that's what I'm saying. We're going to have a caution sort of near the end of the race. Quattro gifting membership, so much appreciated there, Quattro. Always on top of things. Let's see. Zilich had top 10 speed last night before getting wiped out. Skip that. Let's see. Before getting wiped out late, I expect him to. He did get taken out. He had sort of like older tires right there, and some of the other guys had newer tires, but he was holding his own. I expect him to tear it up in the number 88 next year before getting to the track house number 99 and 26. Suarez shipped out to the Colleague 31. That's the big rumor as well. That Colleague is going to be basically in a tight alliance with Trackhouse and another tight alliance with RCR for the other ride there. Let's see. Add the SVG saucy nuggets to the diecast list, says in between the lanes. Yeah, so if you are a Austin Cindric or Wood Brothers 21 or Harrison Burton fan, they've got a Harrison Burton 124 diecast for $50 right now on NASCAR.com, and I think they've got the Keystone Austin Cindric number 2 with the number is still centered of the last year that deal was going on for Austin Cindric. Those are both like $50 right now at NASCAR.com if you're interested. Let's see. Carson Voppel to the 9 is my guess. If Sam Mayer goes to Cup, I'd put Christian Eckes in the 1. He deserves an Xfinity ride. Yeah, Christian Eckes for whatever reason doesn't get talked about. What's up, BB? How are you? What's up, Quattro? Hope you're doing good. I'm doing good, my friend. We're back racing, so gonna be a good day. And Ross the boss, he's got a pretty cool paint scheme. So I don't know if you checked his out yet, but he's got it going on for sure today. Remember when we all hated that car with the wing in 2008? Now it's the next generation turd. Says Gina. I'll be honest, man. Like I liked the car tomorrow. I liked the wing. I was one of those weirdos that actually liked it. But you're right. Everybody else other than me basically hated it. But as far as diecast goes, they're actually one of the hardest diecasts to find, or one of the most expensive when you can find them. So it ended up having a market. Anyway, thank you for the membership, Quattro, says Bumstead. Daniel Dye made the playoffs. He did for sure. Eckes won regular season championship. Yeah, he locked that up not very long into that race, so it didn't take long for him to do that. To the 51, says Nathan Campbell. Do you think yesterday was a precursor to next year's broadcast deal, as in not being able? Oh, no. This was just an Olympics thing. I think it'll be pretty well. You'll know where everything's at. The only reason this was a tragedy is because they moved it. Like it was supposed to be on USA, but they moved it last minute to something else. I think Ross Chastain's paint job deserves an attaboy for biggest laugh of the year, says William Wagman. It is a pretty good one. Jockey did a good job on that one. It's going to bring a lot of attention to the brand. Daniel Dye just top 10. Just top 10 the field to death to make the playoffs for sure. But that's all you really got to do. What network has the race today? Says Quattro. It'll either be NBC or USA. I want to say, but I don't know. I don't know. Hold up. Let me see if they actually got it listed here. USA. It's going to be on USA. Coverage starts at 5:30. The actual race starts at 6, so that'll be 3 o'clock your time. Quattro back on the West Coast. For those who don't know, not in the Discord. Got one a wing car, says Gina. I've got one Juan Pablo Montoya. I've got one Dale Jr. when he had the Elvis car, and I've got one Kevin Harvick in the Shell Pennzoil. I want to get one with the Kyle Busch where he had the diamond plate on the bottom with the M&Ms. I do want to get that one. I had a couple of car tomorrow diecast 164. Some of them came with a truck and trailer from Target. Those were cool back in the day when you could get the combo deals. Those were definitely really cool. Kenny Wallace finally won at Highland, Illinois dirt track. I was there working on his car. That's pretty cool, John Forrester. I'm glad he got it done. Kenny always getting it done. I think Jegs is normally on the side of the car when he does that. He's got a pretty good relationship with Jegs. So getting it done on dirt all the time. He raced for Marcus Richmond in late models. I can't remember what race he raced at though. It might have been South Boston. So he does a little bit of everything. So super interesting. Super interesting dude. A great YouTube channel if you don't know about it for some reason. So check him out. Do you see them going completely to option tire if this works out? So Kyle Busch did push for that, Swan Dog. I'm glad you brought this up. Kyle Busch said instead of doing an option tire, if the soft tire works out here today, it should just be the tire going forward for the short tracks and stuff like that. And that could be what they go for going forward. I know he's a big proponent of it, so we'll have to see how it works out. It just depends on how it works out today. I'm out here with the kids, and it's a beautiful day here. So glad you're enjoying your day with your children there, Swan Dog. Hope it stays nice and pretty outside for you. Quattro, I think it's USA. It is USA, Rosie. I just checked it. So much appreciated, Rosie. Rosie jumping in. So the race will be on USA at 6 o'clock. 5:30, I think, is when the coverage starts. But the green flag will actually drop around 6 o'clock. I love Kenny Wallace, says Gina Allison. He's always got an opinion, always telling it like it is from his perspective. So I respect that. Corey to the 51 says Nathan Campbell, just give me the 124th diecast now, says in between the lanes, Washington State, USA. USA, says Nathan Campbell. Taylor Gray made the playoffs. Tanner Gray missed out on the playoffs, says in between the lanes. Yeah, so the little bit of sibling rivalry as things go. So Taylor Gray will have the bragging rights this particular year. Tanner Gray got the bragging rights in drag racing because he's got the title. I have that shirt, BB, the KB wing car with the Diamondback. It's hella cool. Yeah, one of the all-time greatest Kyle Busch paint schemes for sure. And I don't know, I can't remember, but I think the first ever COT race, I know he won it, but I want to say I think that was the paint scheme on it. So the first ever COT Car Tomorrow race that was won, I want to say that was the paint job. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull that up. Let's see. Yeah, so 2007. Let's see if they got images of it. Oh no, he was in the 5 car. Wow, this is way back in the day. I don't know why I remembered him being wow, that's how bad the memory gets you sometimes. But yeah, he was still in the 5 CarQuest Kellogg's Chevrolet there. So yeah, there you go. Incorrect memory. Kenny Wallace trolling people about Haley Deegan is great to watch. Everyone melt down over it. Yeah, for whatever reason, like, and I've said this numerous times. I don't understand why people get so why they're so in love or why they absolutely hate Haley Deegan, but people get so worked up about Haley Deegan. I don't understand where it comes from, but man, anytime you say anything about her, people are like on both sides. So yeah, Herm likes to stir the pot on him a little bit on that, and it is pretty funny. from a trolling perspective. Heim Time wins truck championship. If you ask me, I think it's going to be a Corey Heim year too. It is going to be Heim Time. I agree with you in between the lanes. Did you see the legacy signs? I haven't seen the legacy signs just yet. You grilling today or heading out for the race? I'll probably just eat whatever's laying around. I had a microwave dinner for lunch, or chicken and rice and broccoli with cheese sauce. Wouldn't mind the Ben Rhodes press conference. Marie Callender, I think, was the name of the brand. Wouldn't mind Ben Rhodes press conferences in between the lanes. Yes, so Ben Rhodes, another guy that gets overlooked in the Truck Series. We were talking about Christian Eckes. Ben Rhodes also getting overlooked in the Truck Series as well. What's everyone got against Haley? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Gina, for sure. Carter and Bobby Kennedy says Nathan Campbell. Just saying, Rowdy Nation, y'all, for sure. I think he's got a good chance to win. BB, are you excited for today's race, or do you miss the Olympics? I do not miss the Olympics. I'm tired. I love the Olympics, and I think it's a great deal every year. But it got so much negative coverage of stuff that wasn't about sports this year that I'm just over it. Like, so I'm totally over it. Let's see. Just dropping in to say what's up, Hacksaw. Glad to see you on here. One of the OGs, Hacksaw Jim Thuggin. What's up, my man? I hope everything's going good out there where you're at. About 3 hours behind me. Let's see. Talking about Deegan is like talking about Bubba right now. Yeah, Bubba Wallace is another one. Joey Logano is another one. Chase Elliott. I remember. Oh, this is funny. Like, Chase Elliott fans are super dedicated as well. I remember I made a completely positive video about Chase Elliott, and like some Chase Elliott fan took it the wrong way and thought I was talking bad about Chase Elliott, and he just like completely melted down and trashed me. And I was like, what? Like, what? I was like, even when you talk good about Chase Elliott, the Chase Elliott fans come out to defend him. So, and not all Chase Elliott fans, but all fan bases have the people on the lunatic fringe. So it is what it is. But those other fan bases we just mentioned, Denny Hamlin's another one. Anytime you say anything about Denny Hamlin, it's super polarized, and there's just certain drivers out there that no matter what you say about them, people just have a either super positive or super negative reaction, and it seems like equal parts. It's like half and half, and those are definitely the drivers off the top of my head that I can think about. Kyle Busch used to be like that, but ever since he went to drive for Chevrolet, he seems like more people like him than dislike him now. Seemed like a lot of cars hit the chip during qualifying. Will we see Toyotas expire, or do they have power for the win? It's going to be interesting. Hopefully, Ty Gibbs doesn't have another engine failure. That would not be good, because that would be like basically 3 weeks in a row that he would have some type of engine issue. So hopefully they've got that figured out for sure. Those poor people swarm in a river full of poo, says Gina Allison. That's pretty funny. I've never heard it put like that, but that's a good one for sure. Michael Waltrip, look at Daniel Dye. He looks like the championship favorite to me. How often he runs in the top 10, lock him in to the Hall of Fame, says Tyler Randall Gibbs. So yeah, doing a little trolling of how they rode with Daniel Dye last night on the coverage for the Truck Series. Earth 2 picks for today. Earth 2 pick, I think for sure I'm going to go with, let's see here. Where did I put this at? I'm going to go with Parker Retzliff there. I think Parker Retzliff is definitely going to get your win on Earth 2 for sure. Let's see. I like the Chase Elliott scheme today. A lot of nice schemes as well, even if we've seen them before. Yeah, I think there's a lot of good schemes for sure. People have no manners anymore, says Gina. The comments are always fire on the Bologna Burger videos. I mean, sometimes people take stuff the wrong way. So it is what it is. It's part of the deal. I never take them seriously at all. I get that number 8 special at Cheddar's. These engines imploding are killing me trying to make the playoffs. I agree, Ty. Hopefully they get you right today. If they do, I think you got a chance of winning the race. Deegan getting them more wound up than Danica. Danica gets them wound up. She doesn't even race anymore, and she's another one. I don't like her myself, Danica, but she definitely gets people wound up. Let's see. Danica missed the Wrath of X while racing anyway. Says Greg Brown. Everything is imploding at RCR. I think we're on an upswing here, though. Famous last words, most likely. But I think we're on an upswing. They've looks like they did their homework and put in a lot of work during the Olympic break, and it's I think you're seeing the results of that. So hopefully we have a good run here. He had a good run going the other race. Unfortunately, just lost control of it there at Indy. Tyler Randall Gibbs, how about the interstate batteries in your Toyota Camry? No doubt about it. Tyler, no more crying in the interview, says one wise guy. No Austin Dillon diecast this year. Most of them canceled. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You can still get them at the RCR shop if you go to the RCR store. They've got a few. They got a few out there. I don't understand the Deegan hate, but Danica, she was known for not exactly being the best person toward fans. That's 100% accurate. Tyler Randall Gibbs. That's 100% where I stand on it as well. And it's not even anything you have to hunt for or search for. She was just yeah, not good, not a good person to the fans. Let's just call it like it is, and you can see it in her attitude toward things. Now, I don't want to get off on a Danica thing because I don't want to. She feeds off of attention anyway, so it is what it is. You can do your own research on it though, and make your own opinion. BB, do you think drivers get frustrated when their diecasts get canceled? They probably do not care at all. It's probably not even on their radar. There might be some that actually collect diecasts. I know Kevin Harvick collected all of his diecast. So maybe if they do a collection like Kevin Harvick does, maybe that would bum them out. Happy race day to all you sexy fly people, says Gina. And happy race day to you as well, Gina. So Gina wishing everybody a good day for sure. Yikes, bad results and a bad attitude is never a good look, says Rosie. Yeah, for sure. That's a fact. Fair enough, BB. Says in between the lanes. Have you heard of Antonio Brown rapping videos, and are they the best? I have not heard him rap, but he has some interesting things to say on social media. I will CTESPN say that. Have a great race, everyone. Be safe. Please buckle up, and speed is for the highway. Speed is for the speedway, not the highway. I said that completely the wrong way. Final results of the poll question: 32%. Oh, Hamlin and Truex get upset. Byron and Larson 32%. Hamlin and Truex 31%. Dillon and Bush 17%, and Barry Busher 20%. Good luck to your driver. Hope everything goes well for you, and enjoy the race. We are so back, and I'll check you guys after the race as always. Peace.